Okay, y'all. So it is 4:58 a.m. and I have a 9 a.m. appointment, and yeah, that's all boring for y'all. Anyways, I have been wanting to cover this Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion feud or situation so badly. And I was doing my research. I was watching different YouTubes and Instagrams, and I had read a lot of comments. I was like, okay, this is a big story. I know that stories like this, it can make or break a podcast or a blog or whatever it is, because it's that big of a story. Or it can not make or break, but it can make a lot of money if something like this were to go viral. And so I really wanted to do an episode, and then I wanted to be researched, and I decided, I said, you know what? I have multiple deadlines, and the people who sit there and they bring you the commentary on a frequent basis, that's their only job. Or if it ain't their only job, it's pulling in 6 or 7 figures for them a year. And while it seems as though I'm on track to do better with this podcast, ad revenue wise, like I ain't making 7 figures, I ain't making 6 figures, I ain't making 5 figures, I ain't making four. No, I'm approaching 4 or 5. Knock on wood. So what I'm gonna do for y'all is I'm going to link to one of my favorite YouTubers, and she kills it always. Like, she deserves every single one of her subscribers. And the problem with having a podcast when you ain't got no time is that you're in a position where you're gonna put out content that you ain't proud of. That's just what's gonna happen. I've put out content I'm not proud of. And this is one time where I said, I'm not gonna do that. And a lot of times I would do that because I just didn't have the time. It's like, stand or podcasting is so different. It's like if I go on stage and I do stand up comedy and I am horrible, like, I find that out real fast. I find out. I find out by the looks on people's faces. I find out by the body language that I'm staring at. I find out by people literally shaking their heads, laughing at me, pointing at me, heckling me, whatever. I find out real fast when I am trash on stage. But I actually hold myself to a high standard typically when it comes to something that I work on. And so I know when I half ass it or when something just is not what I would like it to be. And I'm not going to do that to myself this time because I have too much going on. What I will say is I ride for Nicki Minaj. If you go to my Twitter for P Valley Podcast, you will see that. I I've told the story. I've mentioned this so many times. It's pathetic. It's like I want a medal, a trophy, some type of accolade, some type of mention or billboard in Times Square or some shit for this. But I met Nicki Minaj. She was very sweet. She was very nice. All of the other broadcast journalists, they all had good things to say about her. I'm not a rap bitch. I'm not a rapper. If I was a female rapper, clearly Nicki Minaj might not have been so cool with me, but she has, you know, Nicki Minaj has been on a lot of the rap girl songs. So it's not like she just won't collaborate at all, but I know that's different. She mostly doesn't like to collaborate with those that she thinks are at or encroaching on her success level. But anyways, she was nice. And when I used to interview celebrities, every single celebrity I thought was nice was a see you next Tuesday. You know, everybody I thought was nice from what I seen of them. They are see you next Tuesday in person. And everybody that you think is a bitch is actually sweet in person. That's why I'm mentioning that again. Because Nicki Minaj did not have a reputation for being nice. And it infuriates me how many people stand for these celebrities and they ain't got no idea what these people are like behind the scenes. And I would interview people at events and I would interact and talk to people at house parties. I would be with them when their guard is down and when they're not being fake. And so when I say somebody is nice or a bitch, like that's what I mean. Um, I mean that 9 out of 10 times I was interacting with them in a moment where the cameras weren't rolling and they really like their true self could have come out. Anyway, my point is I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I with Megan Thee Stallion, like I think most of her albums are trash. She's a brilliant with freestyle, but I think most of her albums are trash. I don't like how angry and aggressive she kind of sounds when every time she raps. I do wholeheartedly believe she's a sex addict. I don't believe she knows how to keep her legs shut for nobody. And if Nicki Minaj is telling the truth, if Megan Thee Stallion had sex with her mother's boyfriend after her mother's passed or her mother passed away, I ain't got nothing for Megan. Like, I can't. I can't wrap my mind around that. It's like Hunter Biden sleeping with his dead brother's widow. Like, I don't want nope. Like, it's too much. Something's wrong with you. So anyway, with Megan Thee Stallion, like I think she's a sex addict, and I just really do not like how she used to always say like talk about letting a guy go down on you and then leave. Like, I'm sorry, like I don't know who those men are to not be getting upset and things like not possibly escalating. If you really think that you could literally do that to everyone, you're gonna fuck around and find out real fast what man is going to let you leave without being assaulted. Um, what man is going to let you leave, you know, harmed or unharmed. Like, that is a dangerous game. Um, you just got to know what you're doing every time you're alone with a man if you want to give it up or not. Like, you need to know what you're doing and you need to hopefully know how that person will handle rejection. But I'm 5'4". I'm not 6 feet tall, so maybe if I was 6 feet tall, I would be able to do that as often as I want to, and nobody would try to nobody would try to take things further. I just think that's a harmful message, especially for bitches who ain't 6 feet tall, to be putting out into the world. Like, anyways, as I said, I'm with Megan. I don't know. There's something about her whole shit that I'm not into. I'm just not. And of course, that has nothing to do with the artistry and her work, but I just her music sounds so incredibly repetitious to me. I'm not. It's not. Um, I think a lot of it is mid. I do, and that's fine. That's my choice. But the barbs, like, look, like I just want any barb to know I rock with y'all. Let me tell you, I'm not finna get the barbs to attack because like the video I'm gonna link, I'm shocked. I'm really shocked at how far the barbs have taken it. I'm shocked. You're telling me that you're really trying to desecrate Megan Thee Stallion's late mother because of hiss? Because Megan dropped a bar about something that it's so funny. Like the video I'm linking, she didn't know about Megan's Law. I knew about Megan's Law, but that's not neither here nor there. Like, what are we doing? The barbs, man. The barbs. And then I heard something, I can't remember, something about Megan Thee Stallion's fans. Um, I would have to pull up the tweet, but anyways, the barbs, like I'm not finna get them pissed off at me. I'm team Nicki. That's obvious. Look at my Twitter, okay? And look how many times I said I met her and I liked her and she was dope. So, because I'm not gonna be doing a line by line breakdown of Hiss or um Bigfoot, I'm gonna link to someone who did a good job talking about Bigfoot. And so you could also click on her profile and look at what she said about Hiss. But as far as the song Bigfoot goes, um, the beat is really good because I was mostly listening to the acapella and I love it with the beat. I love it with the beat. I enjoy the song with the beat, but this is really Nicki is on at like a Kanye West level of a meltdown right now. I ain't never seen the side of her. Not this consistently. And it's very, very like she is like the female Kanye West. In the aspect that like I don't see Nicki stopping at all. She hasn't shown given a single sign that she is going to stop with these rage tweets. And that's very Kanye West like. And I favorited a bunch of her tweets I was planning on reading, but like I said, I just don't got the time and I got to be real with myself and say it instead of trying to sit here and be doing shit that I don't got time to do. Once this podcast starts bringing me, you know, 5 zeros, then I'll be doing lives, I'll be showing my tits, I'll be doing whatever I need to do. But anyways, yeah, I've never seen this from Nicki, and so I wonder, it makes me just question if there's a lot going on behind the scenes to make her this upset. But and I will say that I do feel that Megan is being bullied. I also feel that Nicki is being bullied. This is ugly. This is really, really personal and ugly. And I'm here for the entertainment. I would love for Megan to respond in another song and for them to have back and forth, but the fans are taking it too far. And I don't want to think that that's just the world that we live in today, where your fans are finna, or sorry, are talking about digging up somebody buried and shit. Like I can't. It's too much. Anyway, so I'm gonna link to my girl Bondi Blues video, and it's 5:13. Let me see if I could listen to this whole thing through. But I am tired and I got shit to do. So thank you for listening. I love y'all. And I might just do 2 traders recaps at once. Because like I said, I got so much going on. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.